Okay, okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. This is episode 48. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's BlackStarXero. Just call me Zero.
That's the energy we have. That's how we're bringing in the episode for real. You get me? So, this time around, we go, right, before I get into the podcast properly, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, all of that helps me, helps Zero, helps the pod, helps the algorithm. You feel me? Help a man to help a man. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Modulo first. You know what I'm saying? That being the spin-off of JJK for the uninitiated. Then we're going to be talking about some One Piece, the gift that keeps on giving. Come on, you feel me? Come on, the gift that keeps on giving. And then we're going to round it off with some good old Dragon Ball Z news. You feel me? I'm going to leave that particular segment in the hands of Zero. You get me?
Merci.
And without further ado, my people, we going to get locked in. So, Modulo.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, a couple of the chapters ago. Well, not even a couple of chapters ago. We're on chapter 9 right now.
2 chapters ago.
We're on chapter 9 right now.
Yeah.
And
10.
chapter...
We're on chapter 10.
We're on chapter 10, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Fucking... Long story short, though, chapter 9 and chapter 8 is kind of where I'm going to be focusing on real quick. That being with the understanding, that the Sumerians have two factions,
Yes.
That being the Deskunte, and forgive me if I'm butchering some of this, you feel me? Like, we're still very much learning as we go, you feel me? There's the Deskunte, who's like the larger and more powerful of the Sumerians back on their home planet, you know what I'm saying? The larger clan, I believe that they called it, right? And then there's the Luma tribe, I believe, and there might be a different name for that one, so don't quote me, you know what I'm saying? No guns at my head, please, you feel me?
Yeah.
There might be a different name for that, but the understanding is the Deskunte tribe was a larger and stronger and more combat-ready tribe, and they chased off the Luma tribe. Right?
Right.
The Luma tribe is who we see in the ship that's in Earth's atmosphere. You feel me? With the only Deskunte member being the person that everybody thought was heavily linked to Sukuna, Mr. Man of the Horns called Dabra.
Right.
Get me? Cool. So
and just for those who aren't really paying attention, they do make a point of kind of like distinguishing the race by their features. So the horns that Drift just mentioned is a feature for everybody in this country. They don't all look the same, right? But they all have horns, right? Yeah. Whereas the Luma all seem to have a third eye.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Or at the very least, I feel like I think both tribes have third eyes, right? But I think only the Deskunte niggas have horns, and I think the fucking like the Luma niggas are the ones that are just like hornless, and generally speaking, you look physically weaker.
Yeah, and they look
like,
smaller.
You look physically weaker. You look
slender. I think both have eyes. Yeah, there's more significance to the eyes for the Luma than there is for the Deskunta.
Definitely,
at the moment. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't really know Deskunta lore.
At present, you feel me? Cool. At present, so no, thank you for clarifying. You get me? Thank you for clarifying. So like the way to distinguish between the two tribes, the Deskunta tribe have horns in some form or fashion. They aren't always adjacent to one another. You get me? But you're looking for horns. The Luma tribe are generally hornless and like we both just kind of touched on, generally weaker looking. You feel me? Anyway, I say all of that to say because in the chapter that we found out all of that, we found out that the strongest Deskunte member, Dabra, is in fact the person that's commanding the Sumerian ship that's hovering above Earth.
Right.
Cool. All of that was just set up. You feel me? All of that was just to like kind of clue in the listeners, right?
Right.
We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of why I brought this up now. Because I want to say maybe 2 chapters ago, I want to say chapter 8, when Cross was talking to Yuka, following Yuka finding out that she's going to die in 6 months from her
Chapter 7.
Was that chapter 7?
Yeah.
My bad, you know what I'm saying? No, you tapped in, I ain't going to hold you. But regarding that discussion, it's regarding what Cross said to Yuka, because he makes it very, very clear that like he has a lot of animosity towards humanity for some perceived issue that humanity had with, I don't know at this point if it's the Sumerians as a whole or if it's just the Luma tribe that was on the ship that came here. You feel me?
Right.
And the reason I'm bringing up all of this is to say, if you look at what Cross says in that chapter, it heavily implies that the Sumerians have already made contact with Earth at some point in the past. You feel me?
Yes.
My question would be, okay, cool. Then A, how are you so confused about how to interact with humanity now? You get me? And B, what point in the past are we talking about here?
Right.
You get me?
Both very good questions.
Like, at what point in the past are we talking
Both
about
very
here?
good
Because, like, don't forget, in Jujutsu Kaisen, like, verse, the farthest back we ever hear is the Heian period.
Sure.
You get me? And that is considered the golden age of Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, cursed energy users. You get me? Man said it's the peak of JJK. You get me?
What's the peak of JJK?
I mean,
who come from the Heian era?
I'm gonna be like low-key. I can't
Cool.
lie. You get me?
Who's the peak character
Like,
in JJK?
Gojo.
Cool. So the Heian era rules all.
Say nothing.
Carry
You get me? Could say nothing. You get me? But yeah. So that's kind of why I've been a little confused ever since like that little back and forth happened in the chapter. I've been heavily confused as to what the implications behind it could be.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Like, if you had any idea as to like spitballing, what are your thoughts? Like, what comes to mind for you?
Spitballing. All right. Cool. Up front.
Right.
Conjecture.
Off the rip.
Yeah?
Come on.
I am just going to just like,
I mean,
you understand? This is just
That's all
conjecture.
we can do. You know what I'm saying? This is
Right?
not the gospel.
Now, we don't know if Sumerians can breed with humans, right? All new intel, and we're probably going to get details of all of this to come in the future anyways, but we're just discussing what we have before us right now, right?
Yeah.
So, my thoughts, right? And if you look at Dabura, right?
Yeah.
Take away his horns, he looks strikingly similar to Prime Sukuna.
I mean, that's a fact.
Minus the four hands. You understand? But visually, they look very similar.
Very
in color, it could be different, and we'll just get like a distinct look.
I suspect that like they will be different in color. You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine if they have pink hair as well?
Like, bruv, if man has pink hair as
if
well,
all of them have pink hair, nigga, come on.
I'm gonna be like,
anyways,
come on.
Yeah, onto the point. So I think that it would have been in Earth's prehistory.
So when you say prehistory, how far back are we talking?
Hard to specify, but how far back is the Heian era? 1,000 years?
1,000 years.
So for Sukuna to exist, and for this again, you understand?
Like,
because of the
make the point you're making, stay exactly where you are. But I do need to preface, not preface it, right? But I do need to clarify that even 1,000 years ago in the fucking Heian period, Jujutsu Kaisen, not Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to stop doing that. You feel me? Cursed energy and spirits and all of that was already a thing.
Precisely.
You feel me?
So that's what I'm saying. It's very hard to speculate exactly when, because Earth is what I think it's 4.5 billion years old.
My nigga.
Okay, so the sun's 4.5 billion. Anyway, point is,
right?
The planet itself is fucking old, right? Human history, recorded history, is probably about 200,000 years old. And when I say recorded history, even that is cave paintings. You're not getting recorded history until at least 10,000 years ago with the Egyptians and the Sumerians. And then you come forward and you get more recorded history up to where we are right now. So exactly when they would have come is damn hard to pin down until we get some clarification on that. I would definitely say it was before the Saiyan era.
I mean, hey on. I don't even know where hey on era. You feel me? But I can't lie. I feel like what you said just there, like how you kind of mapped it out, like cool. The earliest fucking era of recorded history for humanity would be about the Egyptians and the Sumerians. I'm talking IRL shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that might give us our answer as to what time period their man touched down on Earth, if they have before this, because again, part is
cool, because look, listen, and I love that you think that, because I wasn't even connecting them two dots, right? But hey, it's there now, the brain's made the connections. The Sumerians, and we have the Sumerians.
My nigga.
Right?
From the outset.
What is the biggest story from like the Sumerians? Gilgamesh and Enkidu. I'm certain, I'm not super up on like Sumerian law, but I'm fairly certain there was some space travel business
I mean,
with
like,
Gilgamesh and Enkidu.
Depending on who, like what circles of IRL shit you tap in with, there are men that 100% believe in the concept of like Sumeria. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a continent that existed before Pangea or some shit. You feel me? I only say all of that to say because I'm like, using that understanding, I think if you trace it back to fucking Modulo, that might be what Gege is operating on. You
possibly, you understand?
Cool.
So
like
it's a possible scenario,
time period.
But my main point is like there was some mention of like interstellar travel or some indication of like interstellar. So it could be.
I feel like that's the inspiration that he's drawing from.
Right.
So I feel like
10,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, it doesn't really matter when, right? It's possible that they visited Earth, right?
And you had to have like visited in a time where you interacted with a form of humanity that was sapient enough that whatever the fuck goings on
to interact with you, man. Because
whatever your goings-ons were,
right,
you, man, like evidently felt very fucking like antagonistic towards it. You feel me? So this had to have been a form of humanity that was sapient enough, intelligent enough to interact with you.
Sure. Precisely. Right?
Yeah.
So Cross feels like there was some form of betrayal, and it's very possible that he was there to witness that. Again, we don't know how.
We don't know how like Sumerians age. Either Luma or the Skunta. Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
So we don't know. However, I've read chapter 10, and another character mentioned something along the lines of they'll take from us or something like that. I forget the exact wording. I only read the chapter earlier today, right? I think his name is Okoshi.
Okay.
Right?
I think that's like the old like Buddhist looking nigga.
No.
Oh no. Okoshi, the fucking Luma tribe nigga. You know what I'm saying? The one that doesn't like the one with like the fucking the
like
split
exactly,
hair.
exactly.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
So you have him, right? So he mentioned something along those lines as well. So it is very much possible that they came to Earth in good faith. Humans, back then it was very in group, out group.
Yeah.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying? Very, very us versus them. Very xenophobic.
Exactly. You understand? If on Cali Valley, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's very possible that the Sumerians arrived in prehistoric Earth. I don't know if I want to say prehistoric.
I mean,
that gives dinosaurs. We're not talking about dinosaurs.
So not prehistoric.
Ancient in the ancient world.
Humanity.
Ancient humanity, right? So they approach ancient humanity, and there was some form of conflict or something of significance, possibly one of their gods, if they brought any with them. I don't know if they brought any.
Which itself still confuses me, but yeah, go
right. On. So it's possible that was taken and consumed, which gave birth to cursed energy within humans. Nothing specified that humans don't have cursed energy specifically, but the Sumerians seem to have it.
You know what? Yeah, I can't lie. You just said something that's like made me really think. You know what I'm saying? Because in the chapters that we were finding out about the Diskunta and the Luma tribe niggas, right? The Luma tribe niggas have like this sacred animal type shit. You get me? That,
I can't pronounce that yet, but yes, we'll mention.
You know what I'm saying? Like some sacred animal type thing.
Chameleon, something
Bro,
like that.
I'm just going to call it the four-legged thing. You feel me? I'm going to be like, bet that.
Specific. All right, see, on that point.
Cool, right?
On that point there, in chapter 10, they clarified it comes in many different shapes.
So it can come in many different forms.
things, they come in different shapes
forms,
and sizes.
like so it can shape-shift and shit.
Yeah, so...
I did mention that.
You understand? So it's not even like they're specifically
the
just
headcanon,
four-legged...
The headcanon I was going to go with... No, sorry, my bad, like, not to cut you off, you feel me?
Yeah.
But the headcanon I was going to go with, based off what you just said, I'm like, the only way I can think of some type of issue between humanity who themselves have no supernatural powers, right, versus the Sumerians who, by this point, even at that point in ancient human history, probably had definitely had full access to their third eye powers and shit. You feel me? So in any conflict between the two of you, I'm confused as to how you man could have been run off. You feel me? I can only assume
maybe they just left voluntarily.
Like they left voluntarily
like,
because
these men are savage. Like we can't.
Because some type of act was committed, i.e., perhaps humanity, like I don't know, ate one of the fucking sacred animals that they came to fucking Earth
or
with.
They could have come with something significant and
the way that
big governments are like hiding that shit.
The way that I look at it, you know what I'm saying, is like. Or the easiest way that I can think about it is you man probably came to Earth, you know what I'm saying? Try to integrate with the fucking populace, you get me? And the fauna and whatnot and the wildlife or whatnot. And humanity, probably in its ancient fucking times, likely did something to one of the fucking animals that the Luma tribe holds so sacred. And that in and of itself was seen as like egregious enough that it's like, yo, fuck you niggas. You get me? That's kind of what I'm thinking. You get me? Because when you look at how fucking when you look at how significant the fucking animal is to like the Luma tribe on a religious level, it does kind of make me think about issues IRL that fucking happen between separate factions of humans because of fucking religion. You get me? And when you look at like how religiously fucking important those things are to the Luma tribe, I can only assume that perhaps, you get me? Like a human somewhere probably tried to either A, attack or B, eat something that they held as their god, and they were like, cool, fuck that. You niggas are way too barbaric to coexist with. You get me? But that's me being as like that's me really fucking doing some mental gymnastics.
That's just
like,
that's really what's available.
That's
to us
really
right
me
now.
over here reaching and doing fucking stretches, my nigga. You feel me? I'm not gonna hold you because at present right now there is a lot about that shit that just don't make no sense. You get me? But I ain't gonna lie, I probably spent a bit too long on Modulo. It was supposed to be like a cool little 5-7 second. You know what I'm saying? A cool little 5-7 minute segment. You get me? But this is what it is. Niggas have some shit to say. You get me? Stay locked in for the Modulo segment because as more chapters come out, we will be reviewing them. We will be digging into it. Catch you in the next segment. We're gonna be talking about One Piece. You dig?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. And we are back for the next segment. And I know in the end of the last segment, I said we were gonna be talking about One Piece right now, but we had to switch it up. You get me? Keep you on your toes for real. So we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z in this segment, and then we're going to have One Piece as the last segment. You feel me? Without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my guy.
Yes, sir. Stay tapped in for the One Piece still. Right. So, yes, some rumblings in the Dragon Ball world.
In the Dragon Ball sphere,
Yep. So finally, after Daima, after basically nothing, I think the most recent Dragon Ball news is that, what's that weird game. I don't remember what it's called, but I don't really care about it. And that's gonna be part of like why I'm really bringing this to you. All right. But so for the good news, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 big announcements in January.
Okay.
January 25.
Mm-hmm.
It's some big news. Listening to, I think it was Geekdom, and he mentioned that Masako Nozawa and Ioku are flying over somewhere. So I'm thinking that's going to be the States.
All right. Shout out to Geekdom.
To shout out to Geekdom to give some kind of presentation, right? And he kind of explicitly said, like, look, don't get your hopes up too high. This may be significant, right? But there have been times where they've done things like this, and it's just like, hey, here's some new, artwork or something like that,
So
right? But this feels a bit more significant.
Before you get further into what you're gonna say, the 2 individuals that you mentioned, who are they?
Masako Nozawa, the voice actress for Goku.
Love that. My bad.
Gohan and Goten, right? Beloved, right?
We rate that.
Ioku, he was Toriyama's like right-hand man. Not the handpicked successor. That's Toyotaro.
No, that's Toyotaro.
Ioku is the right-hand man. He's the guy that, if you understand Dragon Ball, it was kind of like divided up between 2 companies, and then it kind of becomes split into 3, right? So there's like Shueisha and Toei. They have like the majority rights to like Dragon Ball anime and manga, and then there's Toriyama's own thing called Bird Studio, so that has some involvement. And then Ioku now at Toriyama, or working with Toriyama, created a separate company called Capsule Corp Tokyo.
Nice
right?
name.
And Capsule Corp Tokyo is the one that's really pushing the new stuff for the Dragon Ball world, right? So manga, Toei Shueisha, manga and anime, Toei Shueisha. But the newer stuff like the movies and Daima and stuff like that, even though that's an anime, that's Capsule Corp Tokyo. Right? So he deals with that kind of thing. So he's the one that's been pushing to like get more stuff out like that.
Rock with that.
So that's those 2. So obviously the voice actor for Goku, big name. Ioku, basically the guy outside of Shueisha and Toei that deals with like Dragon Ball.
Very much 2 important individuals.
Yeah, exactly. So them flying over to do some kind of presentation, it kind of has people speculating what we're gonna get. Okay, and they're not. I don't think they'd really waste people's time flying over to like, here's maybe Toriyama's final panel or whatever. It's not going to be anything like that. It'll be more significant than that. Right? Now, the other bit of news is that we're allegedly getting a new manga volume on the 3rd of March next year. Right? So
that's 3rd of March next year.
3rd of March next year, allegedly. Right? So that's just what I'm seeing online. I haven't really seen anything more official than that. All right? Now, on top of that, I have a breakdown here of I don't know if you heard about it, but Toei must have announced that they've got a 10-year plan for Dragon Ball. Right? Cool.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa, bro. I can't lie. That makes me anxious. But yeah, go on.
Cool. So now you're seeing like one thing, right?
Yeah.
So if I may, I'm just gonna read out what it is. It's global expansion, investing in artists, major financial commitments, technology and next gen media, studio growth, and what this means for Dragon Ball, right? So the global expansion says there's 25 new IPs worldwide in North America, China, Europe, etc. New studios across Asia within 5 years. Dubai based to expand into the Middle East, Asia, Africa, and India. Dragon Ball's global reach could expand through new international products, investing in the artists, all great. I'm not going to read all of that, but it's investing in like artists and like buffing up the studio they have in Japan. Then also major financial commitment. I'm not really going to break that down, but they're investing billions of yen, so that would be like millions of dollars into into Dragon Ball, and that will also, I think, benefit some of the other studios that are kind of tied with like Dragon Ball, so like your One Piece and all that kind of stuff should get a boost from like them having more artists to work on Dragon Ball. And when you're not working on Dragon Ball, you go work on One Piece. You understand, or whatever Toei has on the thing. Same thing for technology and investment. Investment in VR, AR, XR, AI, motion capture, whatever. Studio growth, again, same thing with like the artist investments and stuff like that. Scaling up teams may support future Dragon Ball arcs or films. And then what this means for Dragon Ball, pardon me. It is as I said, 25 new IPs worldwide. stuff like that, right? So all of that to say is, I feel like you might be doing too much. While I'm excited for the news, I feel like you might be doing too much, right?
Okay, go on.
Now, there's rumors there's a new movie being in the works. Fine with that. All right?
Okay.
We're getting a new chapter in March, and let's hope that that new chapter in March sets up Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball going forward, and it's not a one-shot like we got, I think, what is the beginning of this year?
I'm very inclined to believe
You understand the
it's probably
Clean
gonna
God one-shot with Trunks
I'm
and
very,
Dumbo.
I'm very inclined to believe it's going to be that, but yeah, go
Yeah?
on.
Okay, so we don't need that. We don't need more one-shot comics in Dragon Ball. The IP is now kind of getting stale, even though we just got Dama this year, so it's a bit weird saying it's getting stale. But we don't need more one-shots. We left off on a somewhat high note with like Black Frieza stuff in the main manga stuff, and then Black Frieza happened, and then we got the superhero stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You understand? So not quite a high note. My bad. I'm misremembering that, right? But they also dropped that weird fucking game that I can't really remember anything about that people seem to like. It's a MOBA.
Okay.
So it's like you're 3 characters and you're kind of fighting with other 3 characters, kind of fucking thing, right? But it's not like a 3v3 fighter. It's a MOBA kind of thing. Like, tower defense, maybe some shit like that. If you know those kind of games, right? Then you had fucking shit like the Breakers.
Okay.
Right? You have fucking Dokkan. You have fucking Fighter Z still getting updates. You have Xenoverse 2 still getting updates. We don't need a lot more fucking games, bro. You understand? We don't need more fucking little mini games and weird things that's not really going to be supported in the future because nobody fucking with them like that. You understand? The movies I'm grateful for, and I'm hoping it's some shit along those lines, plus an anime, plus an announcement that the anime is going to be coming back soon. It doesn't have to be 2026, right? Or even 2027, but just an indication that the shit is going to be coming back. And the manga, most importantly, is going to be providing new material for the anime to adapt later on. That's kind of what that's what I want to see. That's what I want to hear come January, right? So to you, what I'd ask is like, okay, what would you like to see come out of this announcement in January? And you already said like you already feel like you're just gonna get a one shot, so that kind of answers that question. What do you expect? What do you hope to see in that chapter release in March?
I can definitely expound more. You get me?
Right.
Like me saying, in all likelihood, what we're gonna get from the one shot is literally just a fucking one shot. Is because coming off how I've been kind of seeing Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super get handled in recent years. You get me? Like the anime has been done, so Dragon Ball Z Super has been finished for like going on 5 now.
Yeah, what is it? 2019, like, I think it was. So we're about 5 years.
Yeah, I'm saying we're going on 5. You get me? Daima itself takes place before Super. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So that in and of itself is already confusing niggas. You get me? Cool. In the manga, we still haven't gotten Moro. I mean, in the anime, we still haven't gotten Moro.
Right.
You get me? So when we're talking about what we want from the fucking what we want from the franchise, pick up where the fuck you left off. Like you've perfectly articulated, like yourself, in terms of other forms of fucking media, and not just media, right? But in terms of like other forms of interactivity, you already get that. There's games, there's the Breakers, there's the fucking there's Diamond, you feel me? G, where is the actual shit that niggas lock into fucking Dragon Ball Z for?
Right.
You get me? Like, where's the actual shit? Because it is a anime series that is heavily popular that has had no concrete successive works in about 5 years. You feel me? In about 5 years. I really understand what he means by successive, like, right? He's not counting Daima in that. I'm not counting
Daima is a prequel that takes place before Super. He's talking about shit that comes after Super.
Shit that moves the needle forward. You get me? Cool. This is my issue, right? And I'm going to really just clarify it. G, for one reason or a fucking another, you niggas just don't want to serve up the fucking remainder of Super that we have. And there's a lot there that would have niggas fucking with it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
There are characters that I myself really would like to see on screen that I'm never probably going to see on screen. You get me? Characters like Marus. I actually really like Marus. You know what I'm saying? The Angel. You get me? I would actually like to see the beef between fucking 7-3 and fucking like after 7-3 gets absorbed by Moro and all of that and them and have to fight. I'd like to see all of that shit animated. Fuck it, nigga. I'm even here to see fucking Susanoo Goku animated. You get me? I'm here to see Susanoo Goku animated. But the reality is this. It comes across like it's a purposeful effort to leave Dragon Ball the franchise behind. That's how it comes across to me. You feel me? Because like, how can something as popular, how can something as popular as Dragon Ball, the fucking franchise, Goku has his own international day. You feel me? How can something that popular have no successive work in 5 years, even though in the manga, the work, like the shit in which the anime is lifted from, we've had two other fucking arcs that have been finished for years now. Finished for years now, my nigga. So it's not like, yo, we're catching up on the fucking works a bit too quickly. No, nigga. The fucking Heater arc has been done for a second now.
Yes.
The Moral arc has been done for a second now.
Yes.
There's hella portrayals in both of those arcs that would do massive amounts for Dragon Ball Z. Nigga, we still waiting on Super Ego. We still waiting on that. Guess I'm never gonna see it though. You feel me?
Super Ego?
The fucking purple form of Vegeta.
Oh,
Ultra Ego, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Super Ego, Ultra, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Cool looking form. But you can only get so much from it when you're looking at still images.
Yep.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of why the interest in Dragon Ball Z, when you said it was stale, the reason I was like, is because I'm like, I can understand how a nigga can look at it that way. You get me? The work comes across as stale because the works that we want to see from it, we have not seen in going on 5 fucking years. You can only keep people interested in nostalgia of old hype for so long.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
For so long.
Precisely.
In a world where One Piece is still pushing forward. You feel me? Hitting its, like, the best parts of its fucking work now. You feel me? So I'm like, your contemporaries around you are still hitting. You feel me? Still hitting. Bleach, nigga, the fucking Hell arc is OTW. You feel me? OTW. Naruto, nigga. Shippuden, nigga. Boruto, nigga. Tubu Vortex. What are we doing right now?
Thank you.
What are we doing right now, bro? So that's why I'm like, you don't really hear me bring up Dragon Ball Z too much anymore, or Dragon Ball too much anymore.
There's nothing to fucking talk about. There's nothing to talk about.
There ain't shit to say.
To kind of touch on very lightly, right? Why is that there may have been like this long of a hiatus? One, Toriyama passed away.
Which I can appreciate.
Which I can 1 year ago, I think he passed away.
About that,
yeah? Cool. So Toriyama passed away 1 year ago.
March of last year, I believe.
Still 3 years with no concrete content, but we had a movie in between. We had 2 movies after the ending of Super the anime. We had 2 movies, so we were fed.
We were eating.
Fine.
We were fine.
Cool, right? The manga was still ongoing, right? The manga went on hiatus, I think, just before Toriyama passed away, so it would have been last year. That it went on hiatus, wasn't it? You understand? So we were still being fed, so nobody was really complaining about it because we still had content. Nigga, there's been nothing.
There's
right?
been nothing.
And you keep like, as you pointed out a minute ago, you keep harkening back to nostalgia. You're serving me up fucking what is it now? You're putting in Goma and Super Saiyan 4 in Dokkan. Right? A game that's been going on for about 10 years now or something like that. There's Legends. There's Xenoverse 2. Another game that's been going on for about 10 years now.
You're adding Diamond DLC niggas to fucking
you understand? Like, that's
Zero.
all you're doing. You're just
like,
adding in stuff onto like the existing media.
And I'm like,
fine in and of itself, but that's not enough to feed the fandom, bro. It's not enough to push the franchise forward.
Nor is it enough to reach a larger audience. Like, the niggas who care about Dragon Ball Z games are not necessarily the same type of niggas that care about watching anime. You get me? Like, yes, there might be some overlap, but if you're only looking to keep the interest in Dragon Ball Z alive through shit like games, you need to understand there is a large portion of your audience that may not necessarily interact with games like that.
Right.
You get me?
Dragon Ball Z fan. Numero uno Dragon Ball Z fan. Fight me. But I played Dokkan a bit years ago. Stopped. Right? Not because I hate the game, not because it's bad. I just had to change, I think, my phone. I just didn't have my account back, so I just never bothered with it. Haven't gone back since, right? Legends, I gave that a try one time, left it as well. Didn't really fuck with it all that much. You understand? So, for me, personally, right, I'm not really going to get my fulfillment out of these weird fucking games. Again, that MOBA game that I see everybody that, you know, people talk about it in positive light, and I'm not shitting on the game like that. You understand? But it's not something I want to see.
It's a MOBA game. I'm
sorry,
like,
it's not something I want to see.
You can enjoy the MOBA game, but it does not in any way feed the person that wants to see the next fucking arc of fucking Dragon Ball Super.
Bro, I want to see the Z-Fire's next adventure, bro. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing, bro? Like, if I'm the person that wants to see the next arc of Dragon Ball Super, the next villain, the next power-up, all of that shit in anime, what the fuck does you adding these characters to mobile games and console games do for me? Nothing. And that's what I'm saying.
You
feel me?
And a lot of these new characters as well, sorry to cut you off, a lot of these new characters as well, They're not even in them fucking games. There is no Ultra Ego Vegeta in any of them fucking games. There's no Granola. There's no Moro. There's no Heaters. No OG73. So it's like, nothing. No Marus. That's nothing. What I mean.
So those are the characters. Those are the people and the characters that would be enriching the story, adding to the story, and because of how fucking odd like the shit has been handled, we are never going to be introduced to some of these niggas, bro.
There was that beef going on in the background there after Toriyama passed, right? I don't know if I can't remember if we spoke about it before, and I'll wrap up after this. There was that beef going on between Ioku and Shueisha and Toei, right? Regarding how to approach putting.
I was gonna touch on that as well.
That seems to have now been resolved. I was gonna touch on that, which is good.
You feel me? Because I thought, sorry, my bad to cut you off, yeah? I feel like a good portion of the reason that we haven't fucking gotten any Dragon Ball Z content or Dragon Ball Super content is just corporate shit, my nigga. You feel me? Just fucking corporate bureaucracy, my nigga. You feel me? Because Dragon Ball Z is an immensely profitable fucking franchise. One of your flagship
fucking IP, and you're just pissing around.
This is what I'm saying. It's like you're playing with it, and I don't understand why. But I feel like the reason that they be so fucking like cagey about dropping new shit is because of how big of a fucking franchise Dragon Ball is and how fucking lucrative it is. You know what I'm saying? One misstep could be like 2 years worth of fucking blowback. But nigga, so what?
Blowback on what exactly? But Sparking Zero dropped, what is it, last year?
When I say
man, them hyped that to high heaven and nobody's talking about it right now. Now you're getting criticized for lack of content and lack of innovation.
My whole point there was like, bruv, any fucking anime you can think, when you create successive work or newer works, there's always going to be criticisms, my nigga.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's my point. If what's barring you niggas from just allowing new fucking works to be put out into the fucking world is, A, I don't know how this is going to affect Dragon Ball Z stocks, and I use that in quotation marks. Bruv,
stocks can only go burr if you put out new shit.
And cause you're only gonna know if the shit hits or not if you put it out. You feel me? There are a large, significant portion of fucking people who like Dragon Ball Z and like Dragon Ball Super that will not read the manga. So if the only means by which the newer shit is being put out there is through the manga, then yes, once again, you kneecapped a significant portion of your audience. Yep. If the new shit you're creating, you're only putting in video games on consoles and on phones, once again, you significantly kneecapped your audience. I can't lie to you. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit got me hot. You feel me? Like, I can't lie. Like, it got me hot, and the Dragon Ball Z segment took up damn near the whole pod. Fuck. You feel me? Happens though, bro. If you get me, happens. Get me? Like, it was a discussion that was gonna happen at some point. You feel me? It was a discussion that was gonna happen at some fucking point, bro. You feel me? And I'm glad that we kind of got it off our chest this time around, because it likely will be a discussion that's had again in the future. This podcast is run by two niggas who Dragon Ball Z is their favorite anime. You feel me? So I'm like, gang, anytime some shit be happening over there, I'm gonna speak on it. You get me? And I will forever speak on the fact that it is fucking retarded that I've had to wait 5 years, and likely more, just to get the next arc of something that's already been finished in manga form for years now.
Yep.
I cannot stress how fucking odd that is, my nigga. The work is already done, dusted, finito, start to finish. The moral arc, nigga, baked, broiled, ready to go. You feel me? Animate it, my nigga. Stop being pussy. I'm sorry, I'ma just say it. Stop being pussy. Whatever the fuck the reason is, stop being pussy. Animate the shit. What the fuck are we doing? Yes, the movies fed us. Super Broly, hitting. Niggas fuck with that. We love with that. Add it to the story. You get me? Superheroes. Don't get me wrong. It's not my favorite movie. You get me? We got Beast Gohan from it. So both movies added to the lore. I'm not mad at them. You get me? But they are standalone experiences. You feel me? Yeah. They're not the next arc of the anime that I'm heavily invested in. It can only feed me for so long.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about getting real heavy on the fucking end there, you feel me? But yeah, I'm passionate about Dragon Ball Z if you can't tell. You feel me? But yeah, cool. That's my thoughts on Dragon Ball Z and obviously like the information you brought up.
Obviously, come January, I will be, I'll be keeping tabs on it going forward. Anyways, if anything else comes out, like, kind of elucidating more of what they intend to discuss in January, then I'll talk on that. If we get any hints or updates on what the chapter in March is going to be, allegedly, I'll obviously talk about that as well. So when it's time for Dragon Ball, you hear about it, but that's why you don't really hear anything about it on the pod much. One, there's not a lot to talk about.
There's nothing to say.
And two, it's
as fucking annoying as that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, the anime podcast that two niggas created because of their love of Dragon Ball Z, they can't even talk about Dragon Ball Z that much on.
Fuck all to talk
because there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, okay, cool. You feel me? Yeah, cool. So this has been KTT episode 48. You feel me? Forgive the negativity towards the end. The niggas got tight. You feel me?
Yeah.
I have been Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's your boy Xero.
And we'll catch you in the next one. You get me? Obviously, the energy levels will be higher. You get me? Catch you in the next one. Big love.